One of the options that the NFL is exploring is the XFL kickoff, which is, I call it the electric football kickoff.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because you've got 20 guys, 5 yards apart, stationary, the play begins, and the only people that can move before the ball is caught, kicker and the return specialist. Once the ball is caught, it's like turning on that little red button on your electric football game, and off they go. And they're lined up 5 yards apart. So it reduces the high-speed collision. That's what the NFL is trying to take out of the game,
right.
17 miles per hour. You're not going to get up to 17 miles per hour when you've got 5 yards apart when the return man gets the ball. So this is something the league is considering. They're studying the data from the XFL's usage of that kickoff configuration.
Right.
Now, the NFL, I'm told, is exploring multiple options, but I spoke with someone yesterday who said this is what they're going to do.
Yeah.
This is the one.
Right.
And also, it's going to be a mess because when you have NFL caliber players lined up that close to the ball, they're going to go make the tackle. The returner is never going to have a chance, and it's going to be an ugly mess. Now, I don't know that I buy that because there's that attitude of how dare you change what's fine.
Right.
But that may be the next experiment.
We'll see.
For 1 year.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
I could see it going here. I could see this being successful. One, I think there's a lot of tactical things you can do as a returner or the kickoff team and how you line up, how you want to play it. With them that close, you're almost like an offense and defensive line. So, if the NFL does things the right way with this XFL kickoff thing, you could see on a kickoff like, hey, and again, I don't know if there was rules in the XFL about how many guys had to be on this side of the hash or whatever. I hope they don't have that rule. They shouldn't. For 5 yards away, the collisions, who cares? Don't worry about it. So you could have plays where, it's like, hey, we got 7 guys over here, 3 guys here, and the returners behind, in the middle. And you could have them going, hey, behind the 7 guys, but now they pull 2 guys out and around. I think you could actually have more tactical things you could do as a return team or the kickoff team. That would it make special teams coaches happy?
I have a feeling they'll have a requirement as to how
they might.
Because they don't want to have guys building up a head of steam before they collide with someone. They want those collisions to happen in that 5-yard box so you don't have a high speed, 2 helmets hitting into each other.
Even if they do, let's just say a 5 and 5 on each side. You still can find ways to, hey, maybe we take 2 guys over here. These guys block that way. These 2 guys go the other way. And we kind of trick, the special teams coverage coming down. And they're thinking, wait, that guy's going over here. This, you know what I mean? So there's at least some creativity to be had, is what I'm saying.
Assuming that they allow that as well. Maybe they just say all you can do is go forward.
If they get that, then yes.
Whatever they want the rule to be is what the rule is going to be.
Right.
Whether it works or not remains to be seen, if they even do it. But it is one of the options being considered. Again, someone I communicated with yesterday believes they've already decided to go that route.
Wow.
It keeps the play in the game.
Yep.
It dramatically changes its look. It doesn't just put the ball on the 25. Here's the only problem with it. How in the world do you ever do an onside kick? You'd have to pick up the 4th and 15 option, which you and I both know they don't want to do.
Yeah. No.
And you've been against this. I've been fascinated by it ever since Roger Goodell first mentioned it in the Time magazine profile under the Enforcer cover in December of 2012. He threw it out there as something that Greg Schiano had suggested because the Eric LeGrand injury happened when Schiano was the head coach at Rutgers. But your point, I think, resonates with
sounds like the NFL,
Park Avenue, that it favors the teams that have a quarterback that can convert on 4th and 15.
Right. Like, hey, like 3rd and 15 are like similar things during a game, right? It's like, hey, we got to get it right here on this play. I mean, Mahomes and Josh Allen and company, they convert more 3rd and longs. I mean, how many times a game we go, oh, they got him in a bad spot, 3rd and 14, and I want to go, no, they don't. This just gives Allen and Mahomes the green light to be aggressive and throw a laser in somewhere. And yeah, it's going to favor the teams with top-end quarterbacks. What if you have that dual-threat quarterback or something like that who doesn't throw the ball as well, or you don't have that quarterback at all? I do think that's a little bit of a competitive advantage to the teams that have the superstar quarterbacks. And yeah, to your point, it seemed like the NFL kind of agreed with that when that came up yesterday.
Well, you better have a plan for onside kick. You better
Right.
have a plan for the team that's trailing by more than one score to have a chance to stay in it. As Roger Goodell said nearly 10 years ago, who he roots for the team that's trailing.
Right.
They want the game to continue to be exciting and the team that's behind that scored to have a chance to keep the ball.
The other thing I like about the XFL thing here and that kickoff, I think you could start to see the better players be the returners because it's not going to be quite as a chaos mess, right? You're going to go, wait, they're right here. Now you're just catching the ball. Like you're a receiver. You're catching the ball in the middle field. You got to make some people miss. So now you go, hey, put Jamar Chase back there. This play ain't that crazy anymore. He can see these guys coming. They're not coming out of everywhere. It's kind of everybody's from a dead stop to where that could be something that could excite the fans once you start to put, Saquon Barkley, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson back there to return some of these plays.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.